Hello and welcome back once again to Northworthy Sagas and Stories. I'm your host, Bragi, son of Magnar, and today I'm going to tell you a story of a giant called Finn and the building of Lund Church. Now, we have heard already a story of a giant with Thor and Loki from Neil Sigmundsson. I have a good friend and a great storyteller, and you'll see the card here. Please click it and watch the two-part story. Now, our story is set in Sweden, and it's a Swedish folktale. Once there was a giant who had a family, and his name was Finn. And one day he was out chopping down some trees with an axe for firewood, and he heard from the animals, from the birds, of a rumour going around the land that a Christian Saxony priest had come to build a church. Well, to this he was not happy. For Finn, he was old-fashioned, and he believed in the old God and not the new God, the white Christ. Now, the priest was down in this town of Lund, and he was laying out the plans, looking for the best bit of land to build on. And he found the land, and he laid out the plans, and he put a call out for the best builder to come forward to build his church. Well, to this Finn the giant, he heard about this, and he saw opportunity. So he strolled down the mountain and down the hillsides, through the woods, until he met the priest in the valley. And he said to the priest, he said, "I'm a giant, and I am a builder, and I will build your church. But I will want the cost of the sun and the moon." Well, to this the priest could not possibly agree. He could not give him the sun and the moon. He did not own them. They belonged to God. But he said, "I'll give you my eyes, my sight." Well, to this the giant agreed, but one condition, that on the last day where the giant would lay the last stone, that if the priest could guess his name, he would build the church for free. Well, the priest to this was quite terrified, because he realised he could no way guess the giant's name, and he thought he would lose his sight. So the giant, he went off, and he went into the high mountains to a quarry, and he hewed out the largest bits of stone you could possibly find, and he went and fetched a 30-foot high cow to haul them down, and for days and weeks he hauled down stones of every size and manner, until he had enough to build the church. And then he set about laying the foundations. Now, it is well known, fact of a church, that every church must be built on sound foundations, and he did this. And then he built the walls, and he built windows, he built staircases and pillars, he built the floors, and he built every part of the church and the roof, until it came to the last day, where he had one piece of stone to lay, the last stone. Now, at this thought, the priest was quite upset, and the day before, he decided to go for a walk in the mountains around Lund and up into Holgarna to see the beautiful landscape. Now, he looked down and he saw the landscape of Sweden, thinking that it would be the last time he would see with his eyes. And he was walking around a corner, and he started to hear a sound of a baby. And he thought, well, this is most strange, a baby being up here in the mountains. So he followed this sound until eventually he came to a mouth of a cave, a most enormous cave. And he could hear some conversation going on between a lady and a baby. And the lady was saying, the giantess wife, "Don't worry now, baby. Your dad Finn will be back soon." Well, to this news, the priest was very happy, for he had now found the giant's name, and he could keep his sight. So he went down as fast as he could down the hillsides, through the forest, and into the valley, until he saw the giant. And the giant was high on the sphere, finishing the last stone, and he shouted up to the giant, "Finn, Finn, I know your name. Place the last stone in." Well, to this the giant was not happy. He got the stone and he threw it down at the priest, but he missed. He was a terrible shot. And he climbed down and he tried to pull down the pillars on the church, but this he could not do, for he had built the church too well. And today you can still go to Lund, and the church is now a cathedral, and you can go and see it. I would love to go to that church. And that is the end of our tale and our story. Now, if you like this story, please leave a comment and subscribe to the channel. It is free to subscribe to YouTube, and it's free to subscribe to our channel. And if you click on the notification bell, you'll get a message every time we publish, which currently is 3 times a week. Thank you for watching. Hail to the storyteller, and hail to those that watch. Raise hail, good health, good day.